everybody. So I went to the consultation with my new / old doc. So I went to this clinic in the beginning. I got pregnant twice there, and then went back after the failed FET this last time. And it really felt like going home. Just hearing her voice on the phone was amazing. It felt right. So we went and talked, and so I asked him about an ERA, which is an endometrial receptivity assay, and he said that since I had implanted a couple times before that I wouldn't need to do that. So and then I talked about homocysteine levels, which is something that has to do with the MTHFR gene mutation, which basically makes it hard for us to break down folic acid into folate. So everybody thinks that, it's general knowledge, I guess, that folic acid is the same thing as folate, but that's not true. Folic acid is a synthetic man-made version of folate. So the only difference between the two is the methyl group. So if you look at the chemical makeup of them, it's missing one group, and that's the methyl group. So people who have trouble with the methylation process, they should be taking folate instead of, or methylated folate. I'll show you mine, instead of folic acid. So this is what I take, methylfolate. I take it twice a day. Anyway, so he said that that's good. Keep doing that. He's not real big on the MTHFR. He thinks that it affects half of the population, so it's not a big deal. But I'm at the point where I can do nothing else to make this happen. So I want to do everything within my power. So if that's one little thing, then I'll check that off the list. I also asked about embryo glue, and he said he's used it at his clinic, but he really didn't get results or whatever, and so they didn't really use it. But he said he might still have some compound there. So if he does, then he said he would use it on me if that would make me feel better. And then the other thing is I asked him about CNY, fertility clinic in New York, and he said that as far as he knows, it's a good clinic. They probably use mid-level providers to do some things that the doctors would normally do. So basically it's cheaper labor, which I understand that. I'm a dental hygienist, and we're sort of like mid-level providers. So as long as they're practicing within their scope, I don't have any issues with that. Hey, save me some money. And then basically he still gives me a good prognosis. So I'm going to go with that. And he said concerning my, chances, he said in my age group, 38 to 40, the odds are about 36%, give or take, to get pregnant, live birth, I guess. And then he said in my case with my losses and failure to implant, that sort of thing, he said he gives me about 25% of this chance of this working and me taking a baby home. So I don't think those are good odds. But I talked to John, and I was like, I need to get positive. I need to focus. We have 2 embryos. Let's focus on those embryos. And my CNY phone consultation, the first available, was in July. So if that's how long I have to wait, I can use those 2 embryos and then decide what we want to do. That'll give us time to save up more money, to wrap our heads around whether we want to do another egg retrieval or not. So I don't know. I feel good. I felt at home going to see him. So I'm happy about that decision, and it's, let's be positive. Let's go for this. And he said, basically end of December, around Christmas time, I should start my cycle. And he said early January, we can shoot for another, transfer. So hopefully this is it. The thing I don't know what I want to do is, and then he also said, at my age, 39, they recommend putting 2 embryos in, but that's all I have. So I was like, well, can we just do 1 at a time? And he said that was fine. So I'm going to put 1 in, and I don't know if I should do the good one or the fair one first. I just don't know. Like, do you save the best for last as a last-ditch effort? Like, if this doesn't work, then it just wasn't going to work in the first place. So that's my dilemma now. So I got to think about that and then stay positive. That's my goal. So anyway, I thought I'd throw another video up there for you guys. If you are enjoying this, let me know. You can subscribe, and I'll keep you abreast of my journey. And at some point, I'm gonna post some crazy, funny things because that's just who I am. So stay tuned for that, and thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. You can click subscribe down there somewhere, and comment if you have questions or comments or whatever, or you want to help me decide, like, what do I do? I'd be happy to hear it. So, all right, guys, it's the infertile Sandy Lee signing out. Bye. I don't know how to turn it off. Okay.